competing in, we are repeating in, we are believing in. It's time for us to shift our mind from best in the world to best for the world. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. It creates a new world to mind a shift, intentionality, perceptuality, conceptuality. We are choosing to shift our mind to best for the world, best for our world. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional.
We're live.
We're live.
Okay, so welcome back to the studio. We have had a fantastic hour here of Earth Hour, and we have also prepared for dinner, so we have had a joint meal here. And what is happening now is that we're going to do the Glass Bead Games. And the Glass Bead game, Michael, you will host the game itself. And this is how it will work. You will tell us how it works. Everyone gets the opportunity to ask questions on the framework. And when we are set, we will divide in two groups. So the sofa will stay here, and you are around the pot table. You will go into the kitchen, and we won't be meeting you up until the end of the Glass Bead Games. And then you will come back here, and hopefully we will then have a joint conversation. So this is how it works. Okay, so Michael, tell us a little bit about the Glass Bead Games and why it came up and how it works.
Yeah, so this is the Glass Bead game. It's an exercise in generative dialogue. We take turns discussing a topic, and so it's a form of what we call sense making and perspective making and meaning making exercise. So you train these skills, and this is part of a group of exercises that we group under the term wisdom gyms. So you train your wisdom skills in this. And I've been doing it every week for 5 years now, once or twice per week. So it's an exercise. So the first time will be very strange or so, but the more you go into it, it's like going to the gym. Like you don't get buff after the first hour on the gym. You have to come back and exercise to be proficient in this skill. And the skill is easy. You divide yourself into groups of usually 3, 4 or 5 people, and you decide on a playing order, and then you go around 1 minute each for usually 5 rounds. We will do 5 rounds. You will do 6 rounds because you're only 3 here, so we have the same timer. And we chose a bead, what we call a topic, to discuss. It can be a substantive, a verb, it can be a concept or something like that. Or it can be a dual concept with two things coming together. And we decide on a playing order, and I will start and we go around 1 minute each. And on your minutes, it's your minute. You can do whatever you want on your minute, but you're encouraged to talk about the topic. So the only rule is it's your minute, you can do whatever you want, and everyone stays silent. We respect each other's minutes. But you're encouraged to talk about the subject. And you're also encouraged to not use personal pronouns, to say I think, you did that yesterday, or like talk from a personal perspective, so we can talk about the subject in general terms, in third person, or we. So if I say, I love doing the dishes, I said, some people love doing the dishes, or dishes is something that has to be done. Like I don't talk about it from my personal experience. Everyone will get it wrong, so it's very important that you don't get stuck. Oh, sorry, I said me again, and then you spend your whole minute saying sorry. It's not. It's about just move on. It's I myself do it. So it's not a hard rule. So you just carry on. And when you're not speaking, you're encouraged to listen actively. So you don't usually we're very, especially in Western culture, so when you're in a meeting, you don't listen to other people because you're sitting thinking about what you're going to say when it's your turn to speak. So you have no idea what the other people said before you. And this is the opposite. You don't think about what you're going to say. When it's your turn, you let it emerge. You take the last sentence or something that came up, and you just go with the flow and you talk about the subject. And an easy rule for a beginner. So if you don't know what you say, today we're going to talk about music. So if you don't know what to say, you ask yourself, what is music? And you answer yourself. It's very easy. So if you don't know what to say, you ask the same question over and over to yourself, like children or a wise Zen master. They ask, but what is music? And you answer it, but they continue to ask the question, but what is music? And you continue to get deeper and deeper and deeper.
So have we decided upon the topic today?
Yeah, it's music.
It's music.
Yeah.
Wow, wonderful.
So it's usually when first timers we choose a subject that most people have a reference to, because you don't have the Wikipedia, the word or something like that. So today we choose a word that most people have a reference to, and we will discover that we didn't know everything about music. So I've been doing this with people who are specialists in their field. I choose innovation strategists, and I thought they know everything, but they didn't. So this is the experience, and that's what we call generative dialogue. That means coming up with things no one knew before we entered the conversation.
Okay, so we need to start, and my question is, any questions? Do anyone have questions? Yeah,
I
Monica.
think we're going to 1 minute of contemplation.
You have to speak into the mic.
Yeah, we start the game with one minute silent of silent meditation.
Yeah, but we start that when we are at the tables.
At the table, so I will start.
And the sofa stay here, and you around the pot table. You go out in the kitchen.
So I have a timer here, and you have your timer.
And 5 seconds between every
5 seconds between
every
rounds, so you can finish your sentences when it comes up.
Yeah.
And we'll just go with the flow. You will get the hang of it after 2 rounds.
Of course.
Okay. Anyone have any more questions to Michael? Did he make everything
Crystal clear.
crystal clear? Okay.
We'll learn as we go.
We'll learn as we go. Okay, so we leave you for the kitchen, and we start out as soon as we can here.
Thank you.
So my role is just to fix the stream here. So, Michael, you're still in position of talking. So
Yeah.
go for it.
Go for it, yeah. You just wait, and I will start the timer very soon, as soon as they're settled. So we
Shall
have to
I
keep on
check with them?
Are you ready?
Är du redo? Är du redo? Ja, det är bra. Är ni redo? Mycket bra.
I start and you go next, and you go
Maybe-
third, and you
maybe
go
I
fourth,
should
and
check
we go
with them.
around. Yeah. Are you ready, Monica? They get paper to write on. We don't get that. We do the hardcore version.
Good. Like it. More natural.
So it's sometimes I do it a lot, but some people don't. I get the pen and paper and I write down something comes up, so I don't have to have it in my mind. But we will do it the hard way. We don't have pen and paper here in the studio, but it's okay. That's why I choose a simple topic like music. Yeah.
What is the hardest topic that you've had for discussion?
Yeah, we like really philosophical topics. Like from Greek philosophy and things like that.
Yeah.
Like you have to Wikipedia, but only understand what it is
Monica,
and stuff
are you
like
ready?
that. Yes, we'll start 1 minute silent meditation.
Yep.
And there will be a ding here from the timer when it's. Music. The tunes of the universe travel by sound. Is sound an invention of us, or is sound an invention of the universe? Rhythmic sound makes up for music. It takes a fairly sophisticated nervous system or brain to understand what music is. It's just vibrations, but the vibrations turns into emotional. It turns into a pattern that we can appreciate. The rhythm of music, easily recognized by drums. It's probably started by drums. Drum, 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 drum. We bang the drums.
Music in different forms and vibrations perceived by humans in their own ways. Some music are good for people, and some music, the same music can be disturbing for others. But it's all dependent on how one perceives music to their ears, and one can choose what they want to hear. And it's not just vibrations, at the same time it connects many things and brings peace as well. Music in various forms and from various places, lot of instruments that plays music, and
Finish your sentence. Okay. Music is one common factor, even though it's not the same for everyone. Every community, every civilization has had its own form of music, and maybe it connects to what was previously said. Are we receiving music, or are we creating it? Are we able to listen to music that is already present around us? It's very interesting to connect to song because it also invokes emotions, very strong emotions sometimes, and it's also soothing emotions sometimes. So it could have a very deep impact when you have a connection, but at the same time, when it is not in the same sense of how you enjoy it, it can also be a disturbance. It's very curious in that sense.
Music, the ultimate source, the power of holistic harmonies, communicating each other, connecting consciousness in between now and then. It is timeless, it is seamless, it is always around, and as they say, even a flat earth society could make it happen. So many supporters all around. We have more of music when we listen to silence. The power lies within. And so forth, universe will expand using music endlessly, together and forever.
Music forever. There is a notion that 1 million years from now, all I will remember from this time on Earth is our music. Music is so universal that it could probably appreciated by people, if there are still people by then. Everything else will be ancient or lost in time and culture, but music perceives, like the simplest music, of course, but it's so universal that we will probably celebrate that we invented the invention of storing music and replay it. this is perhaps humans' greatest invention, because we can transfer it through time and place, and everyone on earth can enjoy the most celebrated tunes today because of we have figured out how to store and record music.
Music, the different forms of music that one can think of, and humans have been listening to music, producing music. At the same time, it little bit worries about how some portion of the music is used against other small beings, like dog or some things to the same music can be perceived in different ways, but it's interesting all the other good things, and we look at the music, how it shapes anybody and how it helps them heal many things. So it is good, and that perspective makes me wonder. And at times when the music plays, then one
Thinking back to the times that music has helped me connect with memories, it's very very deep, in a sense of it doesn't just store as notes, it doesn't store as a rhythm or words, but it's a compilation of so many different effort, many different types of effort to create that melody. It could be a melody, it could be a rock, it could be any different genre of music. But when it touches you in a way that it invokes a thought, a recollection, it stays with you for longer, and that could be a powerful tool for us to also engage in more conversations.
Music having reached a level of higher intentions, engaging all minds together, yet merely a part of all cultures, an art itself, speaking to each other in its silence, harmonies tuning in, tuning out, yet endless, always existing, coming again and re-establishing new lives, new worlds, making it possible to heal, to survive, to discover, to create, and to connect, to reconnect, and stay focused together, to stay focused for the good, for Mother Earth has its own frequencies, the part of music that belongs to everyone.
Yeah, music at its core is of course universal. Many genres and cultural influences, and we can instantly recognize a sound from an ancient culture. Today, when everything blends together, it's more difficult. But in essence, music is universal. It's been around for so long that we know it's genetic. Children can start dancing to music without learning to speak, and we can dance together even if we don't speak the same language. We can understand the rhythm together and dance together. So it's a form of communication, more ancient than words and speaking itself. And when it's so profound, it connects to our emotional core because it's so deep inside us. We're born appreciating music in that essence. We don't know it when we're born, but when we hear music for the first or in the young years, we instantly connect to it somehow.
music in different forms, as would say, the same medium that produces, I would say the ocean that gives the waves that gives different sound. It's a form of music, and with the same water that produces different varied sounds with the same medium, and that is very different. At the same time, there are not only instruments that produces music, even the bell, or even there will be a lot of music that even when one goes on a journey, and then with music the journey is fulfilled, and then the experience with the music and along with anything that humans do, then that makes it a little special than when it is imagining without music how all the other tasks versus with music. That makes much difference. And also many good people produce a lot of music, and there are some instruments, many instruments which is seen here, and that goes on. It's
Sorry that I'm.
Should I wait?
Yeah, go ahead.
Music.
No,
Music has always made sense more with the lyrics. My experience of music has been more in connection to lyrics, but I do understand people in general connect beyond the lyrics because of the rhythm.
Music as itself belongs to every creature, has its own harmonies. No matter British, American, Australian, or even Indian. I don't speak Indian, but I do speak Scandinavian. Shouldn't mention. Music has its own language, which brings life together, as mentioned before. Connecting, re-establishing, and healing. As also listening to the planet's sounds can bring new worlds to mind, even today, of a kind.
Yeah, there's so much there. Like music consists of harmonies. Like the simplest drum is just a rhythm, but as soon as we add tunes and harmonies and vocals, there's so much more, and we can all recognize harmonious tunes and disharmonious tunes, and it's inside us as well. We understand that there's some kind of math behind harmonies and such. But it's also universal. There are universal harmonies that everyone all around the world, we can see now on YouTube. There are songs that have billions of views on YouTube and Spotify and such. So they're appreciated all over the world. There's something universal about the harmonies in these kinds of songs. Usually catchy pop tunes that we all can sing along to. And it's also like that. Music is a peace project in that it connects people beyond borders. We can sing with a stranger. We can sing a tune we never met before, but we can enjoy the same tune together in that essence.
There are lot types of music, and the evolution that is seen, the music has seen, the evolution as there is much more. Every time when someone listens to different kind of music, it always evolves, and it's not the same music that is being throughout. There are evergreen, feel good, and every other music that we all know of, but it's always changing, and that is one way of world experiencing music in very different form and very unique forms, where one could always think that they have heard most of the music in the world, but still then there will be a lot more for them to learn and connect with, and at the same time
This conversation got me thinking on how we're very inventive in trying to create different types of music and also trying to create something new that already doesn't exist. And given how varied and the genres are, it's almost difficult to create something that has never been created in another part of the world. But in that, my curiosity is also towards: are we able to reach the standards that nature has already achieved in all the different dimensions of music through the elements of water, air, wind, as it blows as a gentle breeze and also as a storm, and also in different levels of its intensity? That's my thought.
Music is the tool, and all creatures and elements, the big five, are its instruments, making it possible to create and even to conquer wars, to stimulate peace, to give minds release of bad habits, to stimulate better worlds to grow, even to get plants realizing they have a life. Music makes it possible to communicate with earth and all things growing by water, sun and energy, using its vibrations, its waves, its possible energy, realizing we're part of it all, by all means.
Yeah, like music is part of Gaia. We know some of the whales have been singing a long time, way before there were humans around. So it's universal in mammals, at least, in our kind of nervous systems. And we've done experiments with playing music to plants and see what happens. And they're attuned to the rhythm, of course, the vibrations. Of course, it takes air for air vibration for airborne music. We have waterborne music for the whales. So it's that kind of thing, and we know now that the whales have hit songs themselves, and they're like us. So like and that speaks. It says, what is a hit song? Is a hit song a universal thing as well? It's something in nature. It's something that comes and goes in nature. So cycles, never to be seen again, or in our case, kept forever. We have recordings. So we can take up our parents' hit songs and our grandparents' hit songs by now.
Yeah, the music, hearing out from different perspectives. Also, the whales and other creatures create music. So that's interesting. At the same time, probably one should listen to and understand. See, music does not come just from the instruments. It can also come in various forms, and imagining one could be in probably middle of a forest and then just close the eyes, and when they get to listen, probably a lot more music that one could even have not thought of, and the nature has it all. And I think humans can furthermore, there's a lot more to learn and listen to.
Is music just entertainment? Is it just art? Or is it more also a way of life? When birds are chirping, they may be singing, but they may just be communicating to one another. And for everyone else, that is music. it's my it's a thought in the direction of also accepting that there is music all around us, and if we are able to listen but also to value each of the different ways in which music presents itself around us. Maybe there is a symphony that's already playing, if we choose to listen.
Music itself will bring clarity to consciousness, maybe even explain consciousness, as science will have its limits. Music has no limits. It can explain people's feelings, emotional disturbances, and even heal them, as mentioned before. Can cure and can also include the musical silence, which is rather important for all healing capabilities, as it is an energy flowing without borders, without limits, and with no expectation of true love, if it's true.
Thank you.
Okay.
Tack. Tack. Roligt.
Do we reflect on it now?
Yeah, we're supposed to get the rest of the,
Yeah, that will come in.
the second workshop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shall I go get them?
Wow,
You're coming, Monica?
this was a tough one.
So this was your first Glass Bead Games?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did we win a glass bead now?
There is no winner.
Oh, good.
It's a type of infinite game. We play it to keep playing it. We don't play it to win.
No, in game theory,
What's a rhetorical question?
in game theory, they talk of finite games and an infinite game, and this is an infinite game.
It pauses for a while, but it keeps going.
Hello, Jonas.
Jonas!
Yes.
Anna!
You can't scream, then you.
Monica! Generative dialogue.
So please take a seat, everyone, and I was just listening in, so maybe we should start with you, who have been part of the dialogue. Michael, lead us through this too.
So usually we talk about what came up during the game, but as always with first timers, they have to give their both experience of the game itself and what came to them, their first time experience of this. So we will always start with the beginners. So we will start with you over there.
Oh yeah, I think the topic, even though it is familiar, but it brought in different perspectives, and also it should not be the personal experience. So that's what going on in my mind. But it was later I was able to follow through and then catch up, and it also helped me to understand, and I reminded myself to listen. I do listen, but it's not like being into a lot of this multitasking things. So this is a time where I tend to focus, and then it increased my focus consciously. So thank you.
Yeah, it's like timed active listening. You're here to listen.
That's
Yeah.
now I can hear all the sounds and I can pay attention to right now.
Yeah.
That's good.
I would agree. Music seemed like a very simple, easy topic that everyone can speak on. But when it comes back again, and oh yeah, there's a new perspective. This has never been thought about before. Or to me, it seemed like, yeah, there is so much more depth that we have never explored on things that are taken for granted. So it was good to bring it up. And I really like the game in pushing it forward and also taking it in your own way. There is no expectation that you have to say something or you have to say it in this particular way. So, yeah, it's quite an experience.
Thank you.
Thank you, I agree. It's totally fascinating. We can all listen, yet we're so focused on what to say And instead of repeating, trying to find new words, I'm stunned. Like it.
Jonas?
Were you a beginner, Jonas? Was this the first?
Yeah, we said Angus Young is the best guitarist.
Didn't you join the Glass Bead Games when we were at your house?
Yes, maybe.
You have to talk. You have to speak closer to the mic.
Yes. Okay.
No, you shouldn't put your hands there. You should put your mouth there.
My mouth there.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to say something smart. I don't know if music. Well, we have music with us. I mean, in the uterus, when we hear the beating of the heart of the mother, to the birth, where we have today, you can have the whale singing, or when the mother giving birth. I mean, we have music with us all our life, and so we had a good discussion about music and from all aspects, yeah. So I leave it to.
Yeah, Anna, this your first time with Glass Bead Games?
No, this was my second time.
Okay, so you don't have
I'm not a newbie.
you don't have to reflect on the format then, but if you like, you can always reflect on the format.
We had a great conversation in the kitchen, and it's interesting to hear what Monica and Jonas had to say, and that you don't have to think, you just say what's in your heart, I think. Monica, do you want to add something?
Yeah, I like the game. I've done it a couple of times. I've done it a lot of times now. And I like the game. And it's fascinating that you build it up. And music is a nice topic. It brings out nice words. Some other topics can be harder. But music is
It's positive.
It's positive,
Yeah.
and I think it's great that you can enjoy music even if you're not a musical person.
You can be consumer. You can be
You can
producer.
be exactly. You can be a consumer and not a producer. Yeah.
And it takes you through life as well.
Yeah.
Whether you are happy or unhappy.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be propaganda as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you can use the music and you can abuse the music also. To get people to buy stuff they don't need with a nice song, for example. Manipulating.
So we have to handle it with care. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a nice topic, and we like some people who loves music can talk about music for hours, and we're just discussing the mere concept of music here. But me and Monica, we shared a car ride down here, and we only talked about musical history growing up around music and stuff like that, and that was just the beginning of a very long conversation that can go on for a very long time. So music is such a broad subject, but in this short exercise here, we came up with like so many different perspectives on music, and it's like, okay, during 20 minutes we came up with like maybe 30 different perspectives of music, and it's insane like what you can do in such a short time. And I feel like now I want to talk about music all night. So what came up for you more?
I was quite a bit struggling to not say I.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I think it's been very easy for me to connect with music through words. But in this particular discussion, and I was listening to both of you and also you talking about the ways in which you think about music, it also made me wonder about, okay, where else music is that I've not listened to looking for the words. So that's why I got thinking about, the earth and also the animals that don't speak in the way that we understand, but they create music in their own way. And maybe they're just talking to each other, but so musically.
Yeah, we touched on the whales as well. So. Good. Yeah. Stellan, then, What did you observe?
Yeah, what did I observe? Yeah, it was a little bit tricky for me not to speak.
Oh, imagine that.
Just as you, I also had ideas on the topic, of course, and yes, listening in is also interesting, especially when you're not like just listening to a pod or to a program or whatever it is, because I'm sitting here next to a workshop and a Glass Bead Game session, and yeah, it also brought new perspectives. So thank you very much for. I was here close to the sofa, so I took part of your dialogue there, and I also think of how the framework itself is like an enabler. Actually, it's not like a limitation. There are limitations. I mean, 1 minute, one gets to speak at a time. When the ding is, you have to end your story and leave room for next one and so on. But it's also an enabler of a story being told together. And yeah, it's beautiful. Thanks. And the topic itself, I mean, it's interesting, of course. There are plenty of concepts in the world that are interesting, but also the dialogue itself is interesting to listen into, and how we carry it further. We take it from the previous person, we develop it for a while, and then we give it to someone else to carry on. It's like a torch. Yeah, so thank you. Mm-hmm.
Any more thoughts before we're closing down here?
Just a memory. Last year.
You have to speak into the mic. There it is.
Fucking Mike, yeah. You love. Hello, Mike.
Mike over here.
Remember last year?
You can't like scream. That's not supposed.
I remember last year.
Yeah.
We had Captain Future playing his favorite music, and I saw it, and I saw you were happy. You were, shining.
Yeah.
Because you play really good music too. So I just want to say a year after, great to see.
You didn't hear about what happened then? He almost blocked our YouTube account.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you can't like stream music that you don't own.
But the idea was really
great.
I said, I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
Yeah.
So it was.
We were
So
hoping he would do it again, because
Yeah.
it's a voice in the night. Someone plays the music,
Yeah.
maybe you can chat with him
Yeah.
about life.
Yeah.
It's a really great idea, but we have to think about how to do it.
Yeah, and the thing was that we got those warnings from YouTube. They were just spamming us, and not but until we said we're sorry and took it away, then everything opened up again. So it was like everything was trembling there in the Sunday morning. the new comps were supposed to stream. So yeah.
But we will do it again, but differently, I think.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah.
It's a really good story.
We left Michael here in the middle of the night with a mic and with the computer and all songs in the world, and he just flipped out.
No, I would
he
say he nailed it. He really did it.
Yeah, he nailed it. Yeah, it was
Really did it.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Really.
So thank you very much, Michael.
Yeah,
And,
and for everyone listening now, we do our regular game every Sunday on Zoom, 9 p.m. Central European Time, 2100 hours, or 8 p.m. UK time, and your adjusted time zone. You're all welcome. Just find me on social media and I'll get you the link to the Zoom room if you want to do this regularly, because I said it's a practice. Do it once, do it twice, okay, you get curious and you feel your wings, but when you've been doing it as much as I do, it becomes really profound. I've developed myself so much only in this exercise, and every time you show up you can choose your favorite subject. If you're going to have a workshop next week on a subject, you can come up with that subject to give more perspectives on it, something like that. So everyone is welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm actually now playing the music for the outro, which we own.
We own that.
Yeah, and we actually have written the text, and we have made the music video and everything. So enjoy the music of. So thank you everyone, and enjoy the music.
are repeating it. We are believing in. It's time for us to shift our mind from best in the world to best for the world. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. It creates a new world to mind a shift, intentionality, perceptuality, conceptuality. We are choosing to shift our mind to best for the world, best for our world. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional.